I'd like to introduce you a friend of mine, a friend of a lot of ours. He's a special member of the Nighthawk family. If you walk in Hangar 2133 and you walk in and you look to your right, there's a shrine for him. And I think someday we're going to put candles in there and everything, because this guy is awesome. He's a special member of our Nighthawk family. Arguably a plank holder, it's Mr. John Morgenstern. He was hand-selected to be the technical expert for the squadron during the Vietnam conflict. His job was to assess the damage of each CH-46 after rocket attacks. It's pretty cool. He'd spend the next 47 years at HMX-1. Teaching, mentoring, and smoking with anyone who would touch a 46. He's an industry legend. He's one of the most passionate and engaged experts you'd ever meet in the squadron. You want to talk about somebody who's committed to the success of HMX-1? It's that man sitting right there. He's the frog master. He's the grand old man of HMX. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Morgenstern.
Ladies, Marines, and distinguished guests, I'm honored to be invited to this 242nd Marine Corps birthday ball. It is also a great privilege for me to address all of you, my adopted family of HMX Marines. And those Marines allowed me to serve with them for 47 years in a maintenance department. Some of you may have seen the pictures of me in a hallway of the steak hangar. That hallway, by the way, ends up at the men's head. After having been told some years ago that I occasionally use potty language, I assure you that won't happen tonight. As I look at this huge gathering of hardworking, devoted, and loyal Marines, all in their sharpest uniform of any of the services, I'm reminded again how lucky I have been to have worked with such talent, representing all the occupational skills required in this outstanding squadron. If there are parents, wives, and dates in attendance tonight, I can assure you that your Marine provides a truly significant and valuable service to this squadron, which is the first helicopter squadron of the Marine Corps. I've been privileged to observe these fine people not only at home base in Quantico, but also on some 400 trips throughout the United States and overseas. Mission-oriented, striving for absolute success, is foremost on everyone's mind. No wonder I like Marines. I have learned a lot from all of you throughout my career at HMX, including some choice potty language. I salute each of you, no matter what your MOS is, and will always cherish the time in this fine Marine Corps squadron that I called home for all these years. And now I'd like to read parts of a speech that Rear Admiral Stark, president of the Naval War College in Newport, Rhode Island, he gave it on the 27th of August in the year 2001. I've had a copy of that speech in my files for 17 years because it aligns with my feelings and opinions and is much better written than I could do it. The speech is titled, "Why I Like Marines." And I quote Admiral Stark now. "The first reason I like Marines is they set a high standard for themselves and those around them and expect and accept nothing less. I like the way Marines march. I like the way Marines do their basic training, whether that's Quantico, Paris Island, or San Diego. I like the idea that Marines cultivate an ethos conducive of producing hard people in a soft age. I like the way Marines stay in shape. I like the fact that Marines are stubborn. I like the way Marines obey orders. I like the way Marines make the most of the press. I like the wholehearted professionalism of the Marines. It occurred to me that the various services could be characterized by different breeds of dogs. The Air Force reminded me of a French poodle. The poodle always looks perfect, sometimes a bit pampered, and always travels first class. But don't ever forget that the poodle was bred to be a hunting dog. And in a fight, they are very, very dangerous. Now, the Army is kind of like a St. Bernard. It's big and heavy and sometimes a bit clumsy, but it's very powerful and has lots of stamina, so you want it for the long haul. The Navy, God bless them, is a golden retriever. They're good-natured and great around the house. The kids love them. Sometimes the hair's a bit long. They go wandering off for long periods of time, and they love water. Now, Marines I see as two breeds, Rottweilers or Dobermans. Because Marines come in two varieties, big and mean or skinny and mean. They are aggressive on the attack and tenacious on defense. They've got real short hair and they always go for the throat. That sounds like a Marine to me. So what I really like about the Marines is that first to fight isn't just a motto, it's a way of life. From the day they were formed at Tun Tavern on 10 November 1775, Marines have distinguished themselves on battlefields around the world. Marines have distinguished themselves by their bravery and stubbornness and aggressive spirit and sacrifice and love of country and loyalty to one another. They've done it for you and me and this country that we all love so dearly. They ask for nothing more than the honor of being a United States Marine. And that's why I like Marines, unquote. To all of you, happy birthday, hoorah, and thank you all for being my adopted family for such a long time.
Some of you know, but most of you don't, that if you go outside the Quantico gate, the north gate, you make a right, you go about a mile, there's a little shopping center on the left-hand side. Right? A little shopping center. And John has a little office in there that is everything he's gathered over the years. And so when we were thinking about a gift for John, there's really nothing you can get him. I mean, I think there's a 46 in his garage. I'm not sure. But anyway, I think we got something that you don't have. So it says, to John Morgenstern, from the Marines, sailors, and civilians of the HMX-1 family, in appreciation for your presence, wisdom, inspiration, and most valuable, your time as our guest of honor at our 242nd birthday ball. And there it is. Thank you.